Namaste, good morning. Namaste, Gopal Bhaiya. Namaste, all the co-explorers. Welcome to the morning session.
नमस्ते भैया.
Ji, namaste.
So namaste everyone. So we are practicing self-awareness and self-observation. So why we are practicing? Because we want to live with continuous fulfillment, continuous happiness. And for continuous happiness, we need to be aware of ourselves continuously. Because my happiness and unhappiness is in our imagination. So my happiness depends on my state of being. So it becomes important to be aware of ourselves every moment. So it becomes important to be aware what is going on in our imagination. So this is step one is about awareness of ourselves, what is going on. So earlier we were aware outside, but now we are practicing awareness inside, what is going on in our imagination. So we are practicing this self-awareness, self-observation. So we are practicing awareness where our focus is this time, next time, this moment, where my focus is. My focus is outside, my focus is on body, or my focus is inside. Inside means on my imagination. So this we are practicing. So once I am aware that my attention of object is my imagination, then we are observing it, what is going on. So we are observing it without any reaction, without any evaluation, without any question. We are just observing what is happening. We are observing it as it is, without interrupting my state of being. So we few things we need to take care while observing. Number one is we are not using body, so we can keep our body at rest. So don't focus on eyes. Don't force your eyes to see, because I can see my imagination directly. We can see ourselves directly without using any part of our body. So don't focus on your eyes. While observing, one more important thing is don't forcefully create any imagination. So don't create any imagination forcefully. Now, don't think forcefully. Let the things happen naturally. Whatever is happening. Whatever is happening, we are observing it. So when we are comfortable, we need to observe it. When we are not comfortable, we need to observe it. Observe my imagination. So observation without any reaction. So reaction could be positive, reaction could be negative. Positive reaction means I like the content of imagination that is going on at this moment and I want to continue this. This is positive reaction. A negative reaction means I don't like it, whatever is going on in my imagination. This is negative reaction. So in this process, we are not shifting from negative thoughts, feelings to positive thoughts, feeling. In this process, we are observing. If there are positive thoughts and feeling, we are observing. If there are negative feelings, we are also observing. Right? So we are practicing observation all the time, irrespective of my state of being. So generally, people observe when they feel uncomfortable. But comfortability is also a future uncomfortability. So if I am shifting myself from negative reaction to positive reaction, so this positive reaction also create a problem in future. So we are observing both the state, whether I am comfortable, whether I am not comfortable, whether something going on in my imagination which I like, or something going on in my imagination which we don't like. Both like and dislikes, both feelings we are observing. So observation without reaction, without evaluation, without trying to stop them, without trying to change them. We are just observing it. So this is what we are practicing from last few days. Let's take few reflection on this.
नमस्ते सभी को.
Namaste भैया.
I have these three doubts in my mind.
जी.
Sometime when we are sitting for 20-30 minutes, we are observing that very old memories are coming sometime. Sometime very recent memories are coming out. So this is whether any relation, number one. Number two, sometime after 20-30 minutes, we slept. सो जाते हैं हम.
जी.
है ना. और at that time also we saw some observations. So is it correct? And number three, even we are working physically something, but our imagination, observation is still going on. So is it the excess we are observing? This is my third question. जी भैया.
जी. So regarding first part, so suppose we are observing some event related to present, but suddenly a thoughts come into our mind that is related to past.
जी.
So what is happening? There are interlinkages. They are interlinked. So when we are observing present, something has happened that has triggered similar event from the past. So our thoughts speed is so fast that I am not aware when I was shifted from present to past. For example, just for example, like you are traveling in train, and few people are sitting in front of you. They are misbehaving with each other. Now this event is happening at present, and now you're thinking how bad these people are, why they don't understand how to live, how to behave. And when you are thinking, it might be possible that suddenly you shift from these bad people to some known bad people. For example, in your office, there was some people who are behaving like this. Now you have shifted from this to that, but you are not aware of it. Now you are thinking, you have started thinking of the people that in your office. Now you are thinking suddenly you may shift from that office people to your family member. Last time my wife or my mother also behaved like this. I don't like this. So we keep shifting event to event. So there is a interconnection, but I am not aware which thoughts has triggered the past event. Right. So this shifting is happening, but I am not aware of that shifting. So what is the solution? Solution is be more aware. Be aware that I was thinking of these people who were in train. Now I am shifting of my family member. Now I am observing my family members' behavior. Now I am observing my behavior of my office people. So be aware that I have shifted. So awareness about shifting is also required. Now I have shifted the content in the content of my imagination. I need to be aware of it. Rather than reacting why I have shifted from this to this, be aware that now my shifting has done. So when you will keep observing like this, accepting that you have shifted and keep observing. Now I am observing this. So when you practice like this, your observation will be sharpened. So after some time, you will be able to be aware of that transition period when you are shifting from one content to another content. So that will happen with more observation, practicing more observation. So this is one part, Bhaiya. So is it okay regarding my part or something else you want to?
Sunil, so whether shifting is correct or not, whether initial back maybe 30 years कोई घटना आ जाती है तो वो तो ऐसा कोई रिलेशन होता है क्या?
That's why I said we are. They are related.
Okay,
Many
okay,
times you
yes.
will observe. For example, you are going in market and you have seen one showpiece, for example, and with this showpiece you may remind an event that has happened many years ago. So something has triggered. I am observing that I am seeing that showpiece, but it has triggered some thoughts in me. Now these thoughts may be related to the past event. So I am not aware. I have accumulated many things.
Yes.
From since I have taken birth.
Yes, yes.
So I have accumulated many things. Now whenever there is a event outside, it triggers inside. And this triggering may be related to past, may be related to present.
Hmm.
So it is not matter of correct or not correct. It is a matter of whether I am aware or not aware.
Okay.
है ना? So
Yes.
important is whether I am aware or not aware. Then we will see how to resolve these issues in coming steps.
Okay.
Right. So this is one first part भैया.
Hmm.
And second part is regarding sleeping. ना भैया?
Yes.
Yes. So maybe we are trying to observe through senses. So what is recommended here? We need to observe directly ourselves. But
Okay.
we are habitual to see the things through senses. So suppose we are observing, we may start using brain. We may start using eyes. We might be forcing our senses to see. So when we force through senses, then it make us tired.
Okay.
And once tiredness is there, then we may sleep.
Yes. Okay. We must aware while observing.
Yes, you must be aware whether I am observing directly or I am using any senses.
Yes.
For example, you are sitting and you are going to observe your imagination. Just check whether I am forcing my eyes to see. Whether I am, whether there is any stress in the body. So if it is happening, it means we are using our senses unconsciously.
Senses.
Unconsciously. Because whenever we say, let's see, what is the first action? We start seeing through eyes. Because unconsciously, it is ingrained in us that seeing must have to use senses. But we have potential to see our imagination without using any senses. So that we need to take care, whether we are using any senses or we are observing directly.
Yeah.
Second possibility is, while observing, I am in a reaction due to some past event or due to some people. Due to my feeling, I might be in reaction. So I am reacting in my imagination. So because I am reacting in my imagination, it is impacting my body. So it is impacting my body, so my body is getting tired.
Okay.
So that we also need to observe whether I am giving reaction or not.
Yes.
So unconsciously, somehow reaction has started and it is creating impact on my brain. And now it is tired. That's why I need to sleep. Right? So when there is a reaction at the level of thought, it impacts our brain. Whenever there is a reaction at the level of feeling, it impacts our heart. So I am in coexistence with this body. If I am in reaction, it will impact my body also. So that we need to take care while observing. Whether am I reacting or am I observing?
Okay.
So this is regarding second part, Bhaiya. Is it okay, Bhaiya?
Yes.
Ji. And what was the third part, Bhaiya?
Third part, we are performing some physical activities. Still, we are observing something.
Yeah. So
means even
whenever
awakening is
जी जी
मतलब आप लोग बैठने की जरूरत नहीं है और अपन काम भी कर रहे हैं और ध्यान भी आ रहा है कुछ
जी जी even when we are doing physical work, you know, so
यस
while doing physical work we are taking decision in our imagination. So many decisions are taking place in our imagination before interacting outside. So for example, mother is cooking food, yeah, and
या
while cooking food, she has many issues in her mind. Whether this food will be liked by the child or not, and what would be the next, what will be made in lunch, yeah, and many issues are going on. So sometimes her focus shift to food, like color of food, taste of food. And when his focus is not, her focus is not on the food, her focus shift to inside imagination. So this
Okay.
focus is keeping shifting from outside to inside, inside to outside. But in every interaction outside, we are involved inside. So for example, I am taking decision, let's taste this food. So I am giving many instruction to me. Yeah. So that's why it is also possible that while doing activity outside, I can be aware of myself every time. Mm. So with awareness, we can do this. We can be aware of ourselves, and with awareness, we can interact outside. Suppose you are watching TV. So sometimes we lost in watching TV. So we are not aware what is going on in my imagination. Once we come back to imagination, then we become aware that we have spent half an hour on TV. So our focus keeps shifting from inside to outside and inside from one object to another object. So with awareness, we can see this. And with awareness, there is a possibility that I am aware out inside every time. Even I am involved outside. So we have this choice. And this choice we are exploring through this exercise one, step one. Is it okay, Bhaiya?
yes okay
Nice, Bhaiya. So keep practicing it, keep observing, and then we will see next steps.
yes
जी भैया नमस्ते
नमस्ते सभी को
नमस्ते
Namaste, Bhaiya.
नमस्ते
Namaste,
जी
everyone.
जी
Bhaiya, I have two questions actually. Is the desire and the want? Want is like ichha and chaha. The desire is always Bhaiya a temporary, and the want is always a permanent thing. Uh, this is one question, and the other question is that when we started the observation part, that time it was said that before any thought, the desire is always associated with a feeling. So, Bhaiya, to know the thought, the feeling is always a feeling of good or bad or comfort or discomfort, relation or opposite. That is the feeling we have to, check for it. Because the subtle part is while we sit for the 20-30 minutes of the observation, uh, the movie which goes on of the thought is can be observed, but the subtle I feel the subtle part is feeling. Is it true, Bhaiya? These are the two questions, Bhaiya.
जी दीदी. So with this practice, we are moving from gross level to subtle level. है ना?
Okay.
So for example, this body, है ना, it is manifested at gross level,
Mm-hmm.
and gross level manifestations can be seen through senses. So that's why it becomes easy for us to see the body or gross level manifestations, physical facilities. Now with this exercise, we are practicing, or we are improving our ability to see subtle level things.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, thoughts are at the subtle level. So
Mm-hmm.
thoughts cannot be seen through senses.
Mm-hmm.
We can see it directly. Right. Then
Yeah.
feeling is more subtle than the thought.
Mm-hmm.
Then sanskars are more subtle than feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Then this drashta bhav, when I am in drashta bhav, it is more subtle than sanskar. So we can handle gross level things by addressing subtle level things. So if we have a problem at the level of thought, suppose there are contradictory thoughts in our imagination. So these thoughts can be resolved easily if I work on my feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So if I work on my feeling, then thoughts can be resolved. If there is a problem at the level of feeling, then we can work on sanskar. If we work on sanskar, we can solve problems of feeling. Suppose there is a feeling of opposition. Now this feeling of opposition can be solved with the sanskar. So if I work on my sanskar, then I can solve feeling of problem of feelings. But to work on sanskar, we need to develop ability to see our sanskar directly. So
Mm-hmm.
what we are doing through this exercise, we are improving our ability to see the subtle level things, subtle level activities. So from body is a gross level activities, bunch of gross level activities.
Mm-hmm.
Thought is an activity that is more subtle than the body activities. Feeling is an activity that is more subtle than thought. Sanskar is an activity that is more subtle than feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So the more we practice to see subtle level things, gross level issues will be resolved naturally. Right. So
Okay.
that's why we are trying to practice awareness of our thought, then awareness of our feeling. Then gradually we will move towards
Please
awareness of
repeat,
our
Bhaiya.
sanskar.
Please
Yes.
repeat, Bhaiya, what you said. The more we practice of what?
Practice of observation.
Observation, then
जी.
we.
Then we will be able to see subtle level activities in us, in imagination.
Mm-hmm.
है ना? And these subtle level when we address the subtle level activities, the gross level activities will be resolved. So
Okay.
for example, just for example, to understand, suppose there is a contradiction in our thought.
Mm-hmm.
So suppose we are sitting with our child, he is not obeying me, and now there are many contradictory thoughts in us.
Mm-hmm.
that he is not obeying. I will not, I will not give you anything in future. I will complain with your father.
Mm-hmm.
uh, I will complain to your ma'am also. Now contradictory thoughts are going on. I am forcing him to do this through various fears and through various tactics, but he is not obeying us. Now there are contradictory thoughts are going on. Now these thoughts can be resolved if if I am able to see my feelings. So if I am able to see feeling, then I can see that there is a feeling of opposition. Because of feeling of opposition, there is a number of thoughts in our imagination that are contradictory. Once I
Mm-hmm.
address which feeling is naturally acceptable to me, relationship or opposition. Once this is addressed, if I have a feeling of relationship, then all the contradictory thoughts will go down. Because
Mm-hmm.
this feeling is the seed of thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
But I can address things at the level of feeling if I have ability to see feelings. And how can I develop ability to see my feelings? Through the practice of observation. So we need to observe how many times we are able to see feelings in ourselves. How many times I am able to see thoughts in myself. So that awareness is required. So all the
Okay.
time when we are practicing observation, just be aware. I am observing my thought this time. Let's these thoughts settle down and see what feelings are behind these thoughts. Then you will be able to see feeling.
Okay. The first thought has to be settled, then only feeling
Has to
comes
be
out.
settled naturally. Don't react into it. Don't force. Don't try to change it. Just observe it. Then you will be able to see subtle level feelings. For example, uh, this suppose you have water in bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Now you throw something, then ripples created, waves created.
Mm-hmm.
है ना? Now if you want to see what is behind these waves, what is the process is let the waves settle down.
Mm-hmm.
If you create more ripples, something adding
Mm-hmm.
more into it, then it will create more ripples, more waves. Then it will be difficult to see what is at the bottom of the bucket. So don't do anything to these waves. Let the waves settle down. Once waves are settled down, then you will be able to see what is at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, with our thoughts also. If our thoughts are going on, let them settle down. Keep observing. But what we do, we add something into it. We
Mm-hmm.
react into these thoughts. Once we react, the waves created, and number of waves are created in every reaction. And once waves are created, now I will not be able to see the feeling that is at the bottom of these thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what we need to do, we need to just observe, let them settle down. If we are feeling uncomfortable during this observation, just accept, yes, my state of being is uncomfortable. Just accept
Mm-hmm.
and let them settle down. So when thoughts are settled down, then you will be able to see feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the process.
Okay. Thank you, Bhaiya. And Bhaiya, regarding that desire and want, temporary and the permanent thing, is it true or it's my
See, it's a matter of words, Didi. But
Okay.
what reality is, our fundamental desire is to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And this is fundamental desire.
Okay.
And if you define, you want to define want. So as I said, it is a matter of words. So if you are trying to ensure happiness from outside things,
Mm-hmm.
then your wants will be infinite.
Mm.
But issue is, our needs are limited.
Mm.
Desire is to be happy.
Mm.
Now it is a matter of words. At what point, from what context you are defining these words.
Okay.
So needs are limited, desire is to be happy. This is the simplest version.
Needs are limited. Okay.
Needs of body are limited. And need of self is to be happy, happiness.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
जी okay जी namaste. So let's take 10-minute observation, then I will come back to Mohanty Bhaiya. So during this 10 minutes, we will observe. So how we will observe? First, be aware where my attention is. My attention is on the sound of fan. My attention is on the sound of birds. Buses, cars are going on the road. Sounds are coming. Where my attention is. Just be aware where my attention is. And don't force yourself to shift your attention from outside to inside. Just be aware, yes, my attention is on this sound that is coming from outside. And only take decision that I need to observe myself and let the focus shift naturally from outside to inside. If you are not shifting inside, your focus is still outside, just accept it. Yes, I am observing this. But I need to observe myself. So when you are shifting from outside to inside, and during this shifting, if your focus is on your body, some respiration is going on, your focus is shifted to respiration. There is a pain in your body. Now your focus has shifted to that pain. Don't react. Why I am observing body? I need to observe myself. Don't react. Just be aware. Yes, my focus, my attention is on my body. But take decision. I need to observe myself and let the focus shift naturally on your imagination. Once you are in imagination and you are moving from present to past, future, don't react. Why I am moving? Don't force that I need to see only present. Don't force like this. Just accept, yes, my attention has shifted from present to past event. Now, content is related to my mother. I am observing it. Now, your attention has shifted to somewhere else, to your office people. Just accept it. Yes, my attention has shifted. So, shifting of attention, be aware of that shifting. So, irrespective how many times I am shifting in my imagination, just be aware that yes, I am shifting. Don't try to yourself pull back from this moment to the last moment. Just be aware if there are shifting happening, let them happen. Just be aware and let them naturally settle down. And if it is happening, then see what is feeling. See the feeling at the bottom. And don't create feeling. Don't try to identify feeling, whether this is a feeling of trust, this is a feeling of respect. Just see the feelings. What is the feeling? A feeling of relationship or opposition. So don't analyze things, just observe. So we will do for next 10 minutes. Also note down whether you are trying to force your senses to see the imagination or not. So relax your body. Also don't force your eyes. Let the body relax and be aware what is going on in our imagination. So with this, we will do for next 10 minutes. Then I will come back. We will share with each other what we have seen in these 10 minutes. Namaste, everyone. So let's come back. So we can take one sharing of this 10-minute observation.
Namaste, Vaya. Namaste to everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Ji, Didi, ji.
First, I concentrated on the sounds around me. First, I could hear the sound of the fan. Then, immediately, my attention shifted towards the ticking of the clock. Then it
Ji.
shifted to somebody who had asked me yesterday what would be the cost to join an organization and whether GST will be applied for the transfer of foreign currency to another country.
Ji.
Immediately, suddenly, I could hear the sound of someone talking, and I imagined that they were fighting because their conversation was so loud. And within few seconds, even their sound stopped. Then I heard the noise of a Dobie. I have a Dobie got immediately next to our apartment, and I heard him washing clothes. He was making sound through his mouth as though he was washing clothes through his mouth. That is.
Ji.
Then I got distracted and opened my eyes, and I couldn't concentrate anymore. And I started writing my observation. Is it right that whether my thoughts were converted to imagination or whether I was really imagining things around me? This is what I wanted to know, Vaya.
So it is good, Didi, that you are able to observe your shifting also. How you are shifting from one object to another object.
Yes.
Your attention is shifting and you are observing it. You are aware of it. So that is good. With more practice, we
Vaya.
may be aware of this when we are shifting from one object to another object. So in between also, we are shifting in thoughts, in our
Yes.
imagination.
Yes.
So with awareness, we can also see that. So that will happen with more practice.
Okay.
Now, if there is a reaction for any object that you have described,
Yes.
and for that you are not able to concentrate, so that is a problem. Somehow I have reacted inside. But knowingly I have opened my eyes that it is enough. Let's focus outside. Then it is okay.
Okay. Understood.
Ji. So that we need to check. I
That
have
we should.
reacted or I have taken decision to come out.
Okay.
That we need to check. Really.
Okay.
And that checking is not so easy because many reactions take place unconsciously. So with more practice, we will be able to see it. But keep it open for you.
Yes. Okay, Vaya. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, Didi. So it's time for Hindi session also. So we will keep practicing it. And once we are able to see feeling, so we can ask one more, we can add one more step into it. We can evaluate our feeling, whether the feeling is naturally acceptable to me or not. Is it natural for me or not? Do I want continuity of this feeling or not? So this step we can also add. But we will keep practicing this observation. So we will meet tomorrow with your sharing. So namaste everyone. Namaste Sunil Bhaiya.